So OSP just beat Tyson Pedro, first round finish, straight armbar submission. OSP is not the type of fighter that you would say, oh man, this guy is such a great fighter. I love to watch him fight. He's athletic. He mixes it up. He's not that guy. He really is not that guy. Nobody's saying that about OSP, but you just got to look at his record. He's got like a bunch of knockouts, a bunch of finishes, a bunch of bonuses, like 6 post-fight bonuses that he's gotten. He is 20 right now. Since he beat Tyson Pedro, he's 23-11, 10-7 in the UFC, but he just finds a way to get the win. He kept doing that Von Flue choke, that little choke. And then this armbar submission though was really good. I mean, it was kind of messed up because Tyson Pedro looked great in the first round. He looked sharp. He was in there mixing it up. Question mark kick that landed. He was in there with, he knocked him. He actually got a knockdown on OSP. He just looked good. He looked light on the feet, everything. He was getting him with elbows in the clinch. He seemed to be bodying him a little bit in the clinch, but you could tell in the clinch that's where he was starting to lose it. I realized what OSP's strength is, because he always comes out looking a little bit dull in the eyes, a little bit dull-headed, but his strength is actual strength. His strength is actual brute strength. That is what his MMA strength is. He is just incredibly strong. Tyson Pedro messed up when he went, and I can't remember what did he do to get down? He was on his back. I believe he might have been trying to reverse or... Oh, okay, I know what happened. OSP was trying to throw him. He basically had a whizzer on him, and he was trying to throw him over to the side. He threw him over to his right side, and Tyson Pedro was maybe like partially down on the ground, and his scramble managed to put him on his back with his legs up in the air, and he was right on the cage. So all OSP had to do was just lay on top of him. He just laid on top of him. Tyson Pedro made a really bad mistake there. He was terribly vulnerable. His head was just boom right there for like target practice, and his arms were not available to protect him. So OSP just started clipping him in the face, turned around, clipped him in the body a little bit, and then once he got that grip, which looked like it could have been almost like a Kimura grip on him. I think that Dan Hardy called it a 4-on-4 grip or something like that, but I need to rewatch it again because I like to hear about all of these little setups and learn more about these setups. But basically he got that grip on him, and then once he was able to leverage his body to kind of stretch out a little bit, he just pulled that arm. Literally, he just was pulling the arm straight, and immediately Tyson Pedro tapped out. Just a straight arm bar submission. Nothing was there to kind of, usually you have the body to kind of help you really threaten that arm. Really, really put pressure and threaten that arm. No, it was straight body, just pure brute strength. Pure brute strength. That was a great submission, It's such a shame, man, because Tyson Pedro was such a prospect, but now he's gone down. He's dropped 2. He's dropped 2 to the old heads. He dropped 1 to Ilir Latifi, and he dropped 1 to OSP. OSP is 35 years old. He should have beat OSP. I think that they were trying to put him back in there with somebody who he could possibly beat. I know the UFC is not happy with the fact that Tyson Pedro just lost this fight to OSP, because we know OSP ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean? OSP is really good for great, exciting finishes. He's not an exciting fighter, though. It's such a strange thing. He's not an exciting fighter, but all of his finishes are like, they're spectacular. They really are. But, man, I hope that Tyson Pedro can get back on his bike. He looked really good coming out for this fight. You could tell that he was ready, well-trained and everything. And he looked a lot better in the clinch. He looked a lot better just generally wrestling. But I know, he wasn't going against an Ilir Latifi. Somebody who is just that good when it comes to the wrestling game. But anyways, congrats to OSP for another submission. He also got another bonus for this fight, another $50K in the bank. So, hey, I'm not mad at that. It was great to watch.